Okay, can you guys hear me? Is everybody, Lauren, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, good. Okay. All righty. We'll start in just a minute here. Hi, David.
How you doing, Brandon?
Good.
All right.
And can you guys see my screen here on the homepage of Command?
Yes.
Good. I'm testing out. I just got a new iPad and I'm trying to lead this for the first time on it. So just want to make sure you guys can see the screen. Okay, let's log in. So today we're going to learn how to upload our pipeline as an opportunity in Command, in the opportunities section of Command. So this is a really great area of Command, I think, that you can use to do this. Really manages more than just your pipeline. It manages your GCI goals, your commission, if you're on track, your potential income versus your probable income based on how close to closing or opening escrow someone is at. So definitely a great part of Command that you can use to track your business. So if you log into the dashboard of Command as I'm here, you'll see the options to the left-hand side. I always like to tell everybody again and again that you can click the red KW in the top left-hand corner, and that'll give you a written out version of the sidebar. So you can click on opportunities, the two hands shaking, and then we can go inside of this section here with the dashboard, and you'll see we have both the listings, we've got buyers, if you keep scrolling down, leases, and then you've got ratio and activity. And you've also got closing this month at the bottom. So I'm going to go through each section, but what you want to do is have everybody upload it as a contact first before you do anything. So if you want to create an opportunity in Command, you do need to have a contact uploaded. So if you have a potential lead, buyer, seller, they do need to be in your contact section before you can create this opportunity. But you would go in and hit the blue button on the top right that says create opportunity. And it is going to ask you what the opportunity type is: listing, buyer, landlord, or tenant. So for this purpose, I'll put in a listing. And who the owner is would be you, obviously. I think this later down the line will be, if you have a large team or people managing your Command database for you, you'd be able to put in multiple people as somebody else as the owner of the lead. But for now, it'll be you, and that's auto-populated. And then under client, it's a little tricky. It does not give you a drop-down list. It says no options, but you have to start typing their name in. So let's just say, because I like to pick, let's pick somebody else. So let's say Teresa Adams. Okay, I started typing in portion of her last name, and you see that it pulled from my contacts her information here. So I'm going to use Teresa Adams here. And I could have a co-seller if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. And it'll auto-populate the opportunity name for you as Teresa Adams-listing, or if it were a buyer, it'd be Teresa Adams-buyer, so on and so forth. Now, we recommend you name the opportunity based on a property address, right? So if they're listing a house, you would have it be the property address of the house. If they're purchasing something, you may or may not know what property they're in escrow. If they're not in escrow, right, you won't know the property address yet, but you could put something for temporary use. You could put, I guess, buyer, right? But when you do upload your documents for the market center to look at, which is this is one of the sections towards the end, one of the things you have to do in this section is upload your documents, your listing agreement, your, purchase agreement, that kind of stuff. You do need to name the opportunity or rename it the property address, okay, so that it's easier for us to find it when we're looking for it. And then you can tag this opportunity. So if you want to tag, which means, group a bunch of opportunities together, you could tag them buyer. You could have all your buyer opportunities as a buyer tag. And then you would then put your estimated closing date in. So let's say, we're estimating this closes escrow on June 13th. And let's say the listing price is going to be, $600,000. And our commission rate is, 2.5%, right? And you then choose the opportunity phase. So when you're first putting them in, you can either put them under cultivate, which is the earliest stage. You could put them in under appointment or active. So cultivate would probably be somebody who you obviously haven't scheduled an appointment with. You're trying to just, keep in touch with them. And they're interested in selling, but they haven't met with you yet. So you put them under cultivate. Or you could put them under appointment, or you could put them under active, which would mean they're probably actively speaking about listing their house or it's on the market. So you choose here what you'd like. And then underneath the opportunity phase, there's a stage. So watch, nurture, or hot, right? If it's cultivate, you can either watch, you can nurture them, or maybe they're a hot lead. Okay, if they were under appointment, you'll see that the opportunity stage changes from now you have scheduling, scheduled, or kept, right? Depending on where you're at with the appointment. If you were to select here active, then you'd have staging, right? Maybe you're staging the house and it's not on the market yet. Showing, right? Showing would probably mean you're on the market, right? Showing the house to buyers, potential buyers. Negotiations, or and I still don't know what legacy means, but legacy. So you choose whatever inside of the phase, whatever stage they're at in that phase. Okay. So I'm going to put in the very basic cultivate, and let's say that Teresa Adams is a hot lead. Okay. I know she wants to sell her house. So I'm going to hit create, and then it will take me to the opportunity contact. Okay. This is now her contact within opportunities. Looks like this. You obviously can, right here at the top, select from listings. You can pull the listing in from the MLS if it's already on the market, and it'll auto-populate the data for you at the bottom here under property. It would put in the property address. If the price is in there, obviously, which it would be in the MLS, it would put the price in here, okay? What's really cool about this is it will calculate your potential income, right? What your commission will be based on the listing price. If the listing price changes in the MLS, it will update this for you automatically. So if you connect it to a listing in the MLS here at the top, it'll update your commission as your price goes up or down or whatever you do in the MLS for that listing. So you'll see there's a seller worksheet down here. You can put in your commission, your, all that good stuff here. And that's that. Now, inside of this contact, you can put in, you've got your seller's profile, which will show you if the Teresa, let's say she has the Keller Williams app downloaded and she's looking for properties or using that, it would show you here what she's doing. And you could also send her a seller's guide through the app. Okay, but they have to be associated to your app before your guide is available. So you may not be able to do this for everybody. If you go under documents, this is where you'll upload your documents. So if you go to pick checklist type, you can go to residential listing. And then underneath residential listing, you see you've got listed, under contract, or closed. Let's say you're under contract, right? Then you can, or let's just choose listed so you can see the difference. So under listed on the right-hand side, you'll see it tells you what documents you need to upload. Your listing agreement, your addendum, disclosure regarding real estate agency, it keeps going down. Your trust advisory, all those necessary documents that you need when you get a listing. And you can just click add to file, right? And upload each document separately here. as you go along through the transaction. Then when you're under contract, then you would upload the next set of documents, okay? By the time you're ready to close escrow, you would all you'd have to do is click the button at the top called Submit to Market Center. And then Mike Berlin, our broker who does the compliance on files, would review your file, and that's how you get paid. Okay, that's when you get your check released to you after your files have been approved. So under the Documents tab, again, this is where you would upload your documents. You could also upload, if you have any offers, you could add them in here. Okay, and it would show you a timeline of when the offers came in, which is really cool. You could also add notes for yourself. And again, there's a timeline here, and this would be a log of all the actions performed on the opportunity. So everything you do would be logged in here. And there is a way you can share this with your seller or buyer so that they can see you're working, right? That you're doing things on their property every day, right? If they're a seller or if they're a buyer as well. Now, let me go back into the dashboard and show you what this looks like after you've customized their seller profile, right? So you know how to create the opportunity. You would then obviously customize the details of the opportunity, put their property in that they're selling or that they're looking to buy, right? Then you'd go back into opportunities, which is where we started, and you will see right here under Cultivate that there's now, of course, I've created more than one, okay? For you, it would just say one, but if you had multiple, it would show you how many you have under Cultivate, how many you have under all these sections, right? Appointment, active, under contract, and then it would show you your volume. Okay, and on the right-hand side, potential income versus probable income. So if I go to Cultivate, I can see, okay, I've got nobody in watch phase, I've got nobody in the nurture phase, but I do have 2 people over under hot, right? Hold on one second. Let me see what's going on here. I can't see the hot phase, but the hot, under hot, I've got 2 people, right? Teresa's one of them here. Now, I could drag Teresa, if let's say she's no longer a hot lead and I've already had an appointment with her, I would then drag her up to appointment. And then she's under appointment, okay? Is she? Yes, she should be. Where'd she go? Hold on. Technical difficulties. Where'd she go? Oh, you guys. Don't do this on an iPad. So if you're doing this on a computer, you would be able to then drag that person to whatever section they're at, okay? Either appointment, active, under contract, and you'll see underneath each of these phases, you've got these different sections. They all have percentages assigned to them. The percentages represent the likelihood of them closing, which would then determine, if we go back to this dashboard here, your probable income versus your potential income. Okay, probable income is adjusted commission based on each stage's probability to close. Okay, depending on where they're at in this right here, in this phasing. So you can do that for listings, buyers, leases. The more people you put in here, the better, because it'll start to show you your ratio of what you've got. How many listings, how many possible listings, how many buyers, how many leases do you have, right? What's your probable income, your potential income? If you start to put it in every single month, this activity log will have ups and downs. You'll be able to track on a graph how many people you're putting in, right? You can also then, when you start to really get into your closed escrows or your properties that are in escrow, you'll be able to see what's closing this month so that you can have a snapshot of everything you need to know about your pipeline here. Okay, so this is how you create the opportunity and upload your contacts as your pipeline as an opportunity in Command. I definitely think people might have questions, so I'm going to go ahead and just open the call up now for questions. Go ahead. Anybody? Hi, Roz.
Hello.
David, Laura, and Terrence, do you guys have any questions about this, or does it make sense? Is it confusing?
No, it's actually good information. No,
yeah.
At all.
Good.
Yeah, very good information.
Good. Yeah, it's a section that I didn't even know about actually at first until I discovered it, and I was like, let's lead a class on this one. So All right. Well, that was a really quick class.
No questions for me either. Thank you,
Okay.
Brandon.
You're welcome. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your Friday and the weekend, and we'll see you soon here. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.